So, if you joined the last King of the Mountain, which of course was the 400 subscriber live stream, we had a hell of a lot of cars and a hell of a lot of fun at the same time. I'm still having to tackle a lot of requested cars, so I'm going to try and get through it. Starting with this, I'm hoping this is the correct Celica. If it's not, then I do apologise. The GT4 ST205. It could be an interesting one. Very could be. Right, okay, let's get into the building right away. I've already done all the intro stuff, so, you know, of course we need to put on the nice race tyres. We're going to look at 235s at the front and 235s at the back. What I am hoping for, though, is the fact that we managed to get a lot of weight removed from it. Oh, look at all these body kit modifications. Oh, I forgot I could just make it clean. It's a little bit awkward. Is that a little bonnet spoiler? Yeah, it kind of looks like it. I know it's probably housing some stuff, but it looks like a bonnet spoiler. What from hideous front bumpers have we got on the Celica? What the... Yes, that's going on. That is absolutely ugly. Okay, that's not too bad. That is... something. It's the world's tiniest diffuser. Yeah, sure, we'll... we're going for that. Right, okay, there we go. Celica Heridified. So there is that. Right, okay, put on the diff. What we saying weight-wise? 2,600 pounds so far. That's not the worst. I will admit, that isn't too bad. Can we? No, we can't. Right, okay, so there's no engine swaps. I'm going in here for 235. So I'm hoping that I can get enough power in the car. If we can't, there might be a big concern. There we go, turbo helping us out big time. Right, okay. We're now getting into the point where I need to start being clever about this. Okay, what is the gearbox adding? That's... That's adding a fair amount of PI, I will admit. I don't want that though. No, I'm not going to go for it just yet. I'm going to go for... Don't go for that. Do I have any other options? No, I think that's it really. Yeah, so I'll put on that. I will then... Ooh. I could go for that, or could try... Go for a little bit less power and try and take out more weight. I think that's going to be the better play of taking out as much weight as possible. Of course, I'm not going to be able to do much with the gearing. Right, okay. Rims, I should be able to take out a good amount with the rims. Where were they? I think they were in here. The light one? No, it wasn't. I forgot it. Where was it? The one I used a lot on the stream. Was it Watanabe? Yes, here we are. 40... Ah, crap. Can't quite take off that much. 40... That's a little bit too much. 22... 15... I think the Rotor ones were actually quite good, were they? 35's too much. 22... 25 I could get away with. They're the best so far. Actually, pretty nice wheels. I don't mind them so much. No, they're 35s. I think, unless there's any more... Oh, well, there's actually even slightly lighter ones. £38 I can actually take... Hang on. Oh, no, £42, sorry. I was misremembering the numbers. No. Okay, I think £25 is probably going to be the best I'm going to get. Yeah. Yeah, £25 is the best I can hope for. So they were in here, weren't they? Yes. Well, I mean, to be honest, that's still a good amount of weight to remove. Can I beat... No. Right, okay. Worth a try. So, that is the Celica built. 566 horsepower, which is not too bad. Jesus Christ, all of the grills at the front. I'm sorry, I'll go over this way. Oh, God. What's the... That... That'll do. £2,500, so... That's not terrible. That's actually decent weight. Yeah. It could actually be quite good. 235s normally would be a little bit of a concern, but I've had good cars go up here with 235, so it mightn't be too bad. Obviously, depends what we're looking at here. 0 to 60, 2.7 seconds. That is unbelievably good. 0 to 100, 6.5 roughly. 60 to 0, 107 foot, give or take. 100, 0, 278. That will G's, 1.08, and then obviously it's going to drop down at 120. But that is that's actually not bad. I will say that much. That's not terrible stats to go off. So acceleration could be a very good factor in this Celica. Yeah, honestly, I reckon this could go quite well. So there's only one way to find out though, and that's to send it up Fujimi Kaido. Okay, here we are at the base of Fujimi Kaido new hill climb with 3 attempts to get the Celica up the mountain as quick as possible. The current leader is still the Evo 6 with a 429.283. Now usually in the 4-wheel drive class, the rally cars tend to be a little bit higher up, so that's where I'm expecting this Celica to be. Probably, I'm not too sure. I'm going to predict I'm possibly around Peugeot 205 with a 433.4, because I think that's really one of the lower of the rally cars, but there's only one way to find out. Let's see what the Celica can do. I'm hoping for good things. The acceleration does seem to be quite good. You know, very lightweight, fairly lightweight to be honest, at roughly 2,500 pounds. Well, we don't bog down at the start. That is a very, very good, no pun intended, that's a good start. The fact that we don't bog down. Okay. A little bit understeery, but that's to be expected with, you know, skinnier tyres and, of course, I've just bit my tongue, a race rear wing. But, you know, I can live with understeer. What's more concerning, you know, is am I able to actually push the car to the limits? That's with the rear wing, we sort of did a little bit of an experiment, and what we found out is what I'm able to do with the wing, because it usually takes off PI, I'm then able to take out even more weight out of the car. So, you know, the higher end acceleration deficit becomes a little bit less of a factor, especially around Fujimi Kaido. You know, the faster speeds, that was a terrible mistake for me, the faster speeds are usually about 130 miles an hour. Very few cars go faster than that, so, you know, the higher end acceleration, top speed, not really a point for concern with it. And what I'm able to do, like I said, take out even more weight, so that's going to improve handling and improve acceleration, braking, and all the important stuff. Obviously, it's just going to induce a little bit more understeer, but so far, the Celica, it is actually doing pretty well, I will admit that. It's definitely not the worst 4-wheel drive car I've ever drove. You know, there was the Ferrari FF and the Bentley Continental. Both of those I drove, they were absolutely awful to drive. But you know, it's actually feeling like it'll be a fairly good on the rally cars. Probably in the lower end, I'm not too sure. Right, okay, what we're doing here, ooh, that was a not a great line through there. Had to lift a little bit, 129 miles an hour, so a bit average on the acceleration front. Oh dear, that was quite a lot of understeer through there. Tried to tackle it a little bit too harshly through the through that right hander there. A little bit too much speed. Can't quite do that. Right, okay. The good news is though, is that that back end is very, very planted. I am able to be quite aggressive with this car. The other good news is that the little crests and bumps in the track is really no concern for the Celica, which is fantastic news. Very, very good news indeed for this car. I'm able to push the car without any concerns of the small crests and bumps causing major problems. Okay, up towards the waterfall car park now. Let's see what we able to do. This run is feeling, even though there was those mistakes earlier on, and I've got to use this first one as a learning curve, it does feel like it is actually going to be very quick. Sort of definitely in the top half of the cars with this Celica. The acceleration, it is lovely, very, very lovely. You know, the handling, like I said, understeery, but a lot of the 4-wheel drive cars are. But what the better thing is, that back end is planted. I'm going to be able to be very aggressive with the power. well, a lot more aggressive than usual. Ooh, the tiniest of the slide, however, it is literally just the tiniest of slides, so absolutely zero concerns for me. That was a little bit of an outbreak on myself. Yeah, I can really punch it out of the corners, and that back end is not going to let go. The gearbox as well is actually quite good on this. You know, it is... I'm able to find a gear for the corners without big concerns, which is always a plus point. Actually managed to get very good speed up there, 132 miles an hour. That is that's actually really damn good. I will have to admit that. Yeah, the acceleration in the Celica is nothing to be sniffed at. It is seriously damn quick. Have to give it that. But that's, you know, that's in the past now. We've just got a few more corners to go. What we're going to be doing, it's not going to be a little bit flat out around there, just the tiniest of lifts. Okay, first things first, a 433.767. That is actually pretty much bang on with my guess of the Peugeot 205 on the first run. So, pretty happy with that. Very happy with that. But there were some big mistakes in that one. There's definitely going to be some time in that one. Oh, for God's sake, I can feel my nose getting blocked a little bit. Don't say I'm getting a cold. For God's sake. There we go. Right, I do apologise for that. Right, come on. Let's see what we've got for run 2. Let's get some improvements into the Celica now. Oh, for God's sake, buddy, behave. I can... Just when I'm wanting to talk and speak a little bit more clearly, my nose then decides it wants to try and block itself, so I have to keep clearing it every now and then. Oh, well, I'm blaming my nose on that one. That was very silly of me, but I'm blaming my nose for that. Right, okay. Well, we're through there. Yeah, the acceleration is very damn nice. 99 miles an hour over the red crest there. That is roughly, actually, about good. Usually, some of the faster, even more faster accelerating cars, some of the ludicrous ones, are able to get into the 100 miles an hour. So getting close and actually being very stable and actually quite good is a definite plus point to, and a testament to actually how good the car's acceleration really is out of these corners, because it is doing really damn well. Once I'm able just to control that understeer, get that front end just swung into the corners a little bit, then yeah, it is absolutely working out favourably for the Celica. Right, okay, let's get you through this hairpin. There we go. Ooh, scraping the wall a little bit. However, you know, just a minor bump. Tis but a scratch. Isn't a crash. So we are fine. Actually carrying good speed for that left-hander up towards the 4 hairpins now. Let's try and get you through without having to suffer turbo lag. Yeah, because this could be a real test of the car's gearbox, the 4 hairpins. If you're having to constantly fight between a few gears, then that can really mess up your time, sorry. We've not really had too many cars that I think they've had a major gearbox problem. I think we've had the odd one or two, but nothing really bad. There we go, that's much better through the river chicane there. Still not the highest of speeds. I think the cornering speed is just a little bit down against some of the top cars, especially some of the top rally cars as well. The cornering speed just isn't quite there compared to the likes of the Evo 6 and things like that. However, you know, the acceleration is then what is helping get this car up the mountain and getting that faster time as well. So, you know, it's got its downside, however, it has then got a very useful upside. Not only that, the rear end grip as well. I'm able to, even if it's just, you know, a little slide, it's no concern for the car. I'm able to just attack it with a lot of confidence up this course, which is a big bonus for any car, really, to be able to do that. Right, okay, come on though, we're past the waterfall car park. Don't turn in too early like I did just then. That's a big mistake and quite an easy one to do. I've been doing it quite a lot, which is not good. I need to definitely iron that out for the especially for the final run. Yeah, this one kind of feels very similar pace wise to the first run, despite, well, I suppose I did crash on a wall, but it was at an earlier occasion. Oh, that was absolutely terrible of me, trying to carry way too much speed, trying to be way too brave through that section. That's never going to work, not at all. Let's not do that for the final run though, because you know, as I try and push the car way too much, that's just gonna eke into the time and just eke into the run, sorry, and that's just gonna eat the time, especially when I lock the brakes. Come on, mate, now is not the time. You know, we've got a little bit of a safety buffer with this being only the second run, but once I start run 3, that is it. I have to absolutely get it spot on. I'm not wanting to balls it up for this car. Come on. We can get around these corners, no problem. A little bit of the rear end stepping out. Again, though, not a cause for alarm in the slightest. Round the final corner, flat out actually. It was quicker by exactly 1 second. Okay. Exactly 1 second faster than the previous run, despite the mistakes. And there was a lot of them. Ooh, right. Final run. The pressure really has mounted on now with the hideous front bumper. Oh, God. Yeah, that is ugly. But it has proven itself to be very, very fast, despite, you know, the driver being very, very stupid. I am able to, it's still able to get a very quick time. So, now that I've got one more run, now is the time to get everything ironed out. There was a little tug on the wall, just slightly too early, but at least I didn't spin the car out or crash horribly into that wall, so I might still be able to salvage something. I was really slow actually over the red crest compared to last time, 97 miles an hour rather than the 99. That's not a good sign at all. Let's slow you down, put you into second gear. Yeah, it is really lovely to drive this thing. Whoa, that was extremely close. Whoa, that is the, even though, you know, I was very confident, I was a little bit too overconfident, however, thankfully, didn't crash into the walls. That was close to that one. Come on, there we go. Just, there's a surprising amount of grip in this thing. That is really remarkable. It's a great fun to drive. It's very safe at the same time. That's probably the main thing about this Celica, is that it's a very, very safe car. You know, it is not gonna fight you harshly. It's not gonna be an absolute pain in the arse to drive. You know, it's very sensible. All you have to do is just be a little bit mindful of that understeer, and then you're good. Really, that's it. It's just brilliant to drive. It's absolutely tackling this course with minimal issues. That is always good news. Through the 4 hairpins now for the final time for the car. Again, no gearbox traumas, no turbo lag. All is well. Okay, I have to took a little bit of a different line there. Kind of mistook it a little bit. Although we still actually got pretty damn good acceleration through the river chicane there, about 116 miles an hour. So, you know, might be able to pull someone out here. That was a little bit of a mistake from me, trying to carry too much speed. That was a hell of a lot of understeer to try and head up towards the 50% hairpin. I want us to be a little bit braver on the power there through the second tunnel for the final time. Tiny bit of airtime, I think, through there. Come on, let's get as close as I dare to the walls. Very, very much using the dirt as the reference there. Come on, a little bit of oversteer moment. However, no real concerns there. Just be a little bit easier on the power, because I know what that corner's like. So many cars have had issues there. It sort of just makes the car just lose overall grip and easy to put it into the wall. We're full car park now for the final time. We're actually carrying some, I think, some overall good course pace in this run, but, you know, I could probably have jinxed myself there. That was a little bit of a mistake. Just, I'm really, really now pushing the Celica very, very hard, and I think some mistakes are starting to creep in that I really need to iron out, especially up this section here. Let's not do what I did last time, just be that little bit easier with the car. There we go, that's more like it. It's fine. A little bit of oversteering home, nobody. Yeah, that was much better this time out, just that little bit more caution, and I managed to get the car safely round, and, you know, with no real qualms. That hairpin may have felt a little bit slower, I'm not too sure though. I'll have to have a look at the speed when I go on the brakes. Yeah, 130 miles an hour, a little bit too tight of a line. That is a very tight line actually through there, bloody hell. The brakes on this are actually really damn impressive. Absolutely wonderful stuff. However, we've got to try and get it through here now. Just a few more corners to go, just a few more percent, 5% left. Are we able to actually go a little bit quicker? Then the 432. Come on, one more corner. Flat out. Are we able to do it? Not quite. Not quite. Oh, man, yeah. Just a few too many understeer moments at the complete wrong time, and that kind of did cost me a little bit. It was a little bit of a cleaner run, but yeah. It's definitely, I don't know, probably another second and a half within that car itself, but I'm only allowed 3 runs, and that was them. So, with those out of the way, let's go to the leaderboard now and see where it's positioned. So, the Celica has found itself in 9th place, ahead of the Skyline R32 and a little bit behind the Ford RS200 by roughly a second. Yeah, it was really damn good actually. It was really damn good. The acceleration was really what helped this Celica at Fujimi Kaido a lot more. Yeah, just overall, compared to the other rally cars, I feel like its cornering speed was just that little bit down compared to something like the 22B, the 08 Impreza, the Evil 6, sorry. You know, it just felt a little bit down in terms of the cornering speed, but then the acceleration was what helped it get into the top 10. However, the other rally cars just had good enough acceleration that was very damn good, just to, alongside better cornering speeds, just helped it further up the field. Yeah, the Celica was a little bit much more on the understeery side compared to those lot, especially as none of the cars here can use front aero, because the benchmark car, I couldn't tune it, so that was the ruling. Yeah, do not get me wrong though, it was a good car to drive, very safe, very predictable, just a little bit understeery. But that was it. That was honestly it. Really solid car. However, I'm going to call it there for a video. Do hope you enjoyed. All feedback is appreciated. If you want to suggest more cars, either 4-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, you know, let me know in the comments below. Or if you want a front-wheel drive car that will swap to 4-wheel drive, you can let me know in the comments as well. There'll be a link in the description to join my Discord, in case you want to say hello to me. It's completely up to you. However, that is it from me. Take care, and ciao for now.